Beneath the terminal you walk through sits a second airport, 90 kilometers of belt, moving 15,000 bags an hour. Your suitcase has to beat you to the plane, along a route you will never see, running directly beneath your feet. At check-in, it is given a 10-digit license plate, printed as a barcode that scanners read as it...
What if I told you the hardest part of creating a Vox-style explainer video isn't the animation? It's everything that comes before it. Most people think the secret is finding the right AI image generator or the perfect animation software. But after spending weeks experimenting with different workflows, I realized the real challenge is building a complete production pipeline where every scene feels like it belongs in the same video. And today, I'm going to show you the exact workflow I've been testing using Claude connected to Higgsfield AI. By the end of this video, you'll know how to go from a simple idea to a complete Vox-style explainer with a script, voiceover, consistent visual assets, and a project that's ready for animation, all without jumping between a dozen different tools. But stick around until the end because I'll show you one feature that genuinely surprised me. It lets you take the exact same project and publish it in multiple languages while keeping all of the visuals exactly the same. If you're running a Faceless YouTube channel, that's something you won't want to miss. Let's get started. Before opening Claude, I want to show you a mistake I used to make. Whenever I wanted to create an explainer video, I'd generate one image at a time. The first image looked great. The second looked even better. By the time I reached scene 6, it looked like 6 different designers had worked on the same project. The colors didn't match. The icons looked completely different. Even the illustrations had different artistic styles. The images weren't bad, they just didn't belong together. That's when I realized professional explainer videos aren't impressive because every individual scene looks amazing. They're impressive because every scene follows the same visual language from beginning to end. That's what gives videos that polished documentary feel. Normally, creating that consistency takes hours of planning. You need to research your topic, write the script, break it into scenes, design the visual style, generate matching assets, record a voiceover, and organize everything before animation even begins. That's the part I wanted to simplify. Instead of using separate tools for every stage, I wanted one workflow that could manage the entire production. That's where Claude Code and Higgsfield AI come in. Claude handles the planning and creative decisions, while Higgsfield generates the visual assets and voiceover through its MCP connection. The nice part is that once everything is connected, it all happens inside one conversation. And if you're new to Higgsfield, you can try it for free. Setting up the MCP connector takes less than a minute. Let me show you. Inside Higgsfield, open the MCP page and copy your connector. Next, switch over to Claude AI, open Customize, select Connectors. Click Add. Select Add Custom Connector. Paste your connector, give it a name, and save it. That's it. From now on, Claude can communicate directly with Higgsfield whenever it needs to generate images, voiceovers, or other creative assets. You only need to do this once. Now comes the fun part. Now it's time to build a real project from scratch. Instead of using a prepared example, I'm going to let Claude do most of the creative heavy lifting. Let me install my already prepared skill. If you don't know what it is yet, Skill File is a reusable instruction set that gives Claude specialized knowledge, workflows, tools, and best practices for a specific task, allowing it to perform that task more accurately and consistently without repeating the same prompt every time. I will leave the link in the description if you want to try it out while following the video. My prompt is intentionally simple. Create a 2-minute Vox-style explainer video about why ancient civilizations built cities near rivers. That's it. No storyboard, no scene breakdown, no image prompts, no detailed creative brief. I wanted to see how much Claude could figure out on its own when connected to Higgsfield. The first thing I noticed is that it doesn't immediately start generating images, and honestly, I'm glad it doesn't. Instead, it begins by researching the topic. It looks for the key ideas that should be included, identifies the most interesting angle for the story, and starts building a logical flow that will actually keep viewers engaged. That's exactly how I would approach this if I were planning a documentary myself. After the research is finished, Claude presents a structured outline instead of a wall of text. There's an introduction designed to hook the audience, several main talking points, and a conclusion that ties everything together. Before moving on, it even asks a few creative questions. Do I want a cleaner minimalist style or something more graphic? Should the video include animated maps if necessary? Character cutouts? Some charts? Or infographics? These questions only take a few seconds to answer, but they play a huge role later because they establish the visual language for the entire project. Once everything looks good, I simply tell Claude to continue. From this point forward, the workflow becomes surprisingly hands-off. Now Claude begins writing the complete script. Rather than producing random paragraphs, it structures the script the way a good explainer should. It starts with a hook that introduces the topic. Then it builds curiosity, explains the key ideas in a logical order, and finishes with a satisfying conclusion. Of course, I still read through everything because I always recommend adding your own personality and making small edits where needed. AI should speed up your workflow, not replace your creativity. And the amazing part is, I'm not even telling it how anything should be. This is where Higgsfield comes into the workflow. Instead of exporting the script into another platform, copying text, selecting another AI voice generator, and repeating the process, Claude sends everything directly through the Higgsfield connection. I simply choose a voice that matches the documentary style I'm aiming for. A few moments later, the narration is ready. The pacing sounds natural. The pronunciation is solid. And because it's generated inside the same workflow, I don't have to waste time moving files between different applications. That may sound like a small thing, but once you're creating videos every week, those saved minutes quickly add up. Now comes my favorite part of the entire process. This is where the story starts turning into something you can actually see. Instead of asking me to write prompts for every single scene, Claude first analyzes the script and decides what visuals would communicate each part of the story most effectively. Maybe one scene needs an illustrated map. Another works better with a timeline. The next might need character cutouts or animated icons. Rather than treating every image as an isolated generation, it plans the visuals like one complete production. Each request is then sent directly to Higgsfield. Within seconds, the first assets begin appearing. And this is the moment that really impressed me. Everything feels connected. The colors remain consistent. The typography follows the same design language. The illustrations look like they came from the same creative team. Even the icons share the same artistic style. That level of consistency is incredibly difficult to maintain when you're manually generating dozens of images across different AI tools. Here it feels almost effortless because the workflow locks the visual style before the assets are created. As more scenes are generated, you can actually watch the project take shape. Instead of a folder full of unrelated AI images, you end up with visual assets that already feel like they're part of the same documentary. For anyone making Vox-Style explainers, that's probably one of the biggest time-saving advantages of this workflow. Once every asset has been generated, Claude asks one final question. Would you like me to organize the project? With a single confirmation, it begins assembling everything into a structured production. The script is organized. The voiceover is ready. Every visual asset is grouped by scene. Reference files are placed where they belong. Instead of opening multiple folders trying to remember which image belongs to scene 7 or where you saved the narration, everything is already prepared for you. I actually underestimated how useful this step would be. When you're working on larger projects with dozens of scenes, organization becomes just as important as generation. A clean workflow means fewer mistakes, faster editing, and a much smoother production process. At this point, the difficult work is already finished. All that's left is importing the assets into your preferred editing software, adding your animations and transitions, and exporting the final video. Rather than spending hours preparing the project, you're able to focus on the creative part that viewers actually see.
Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Indus, the Yellow River. The first cities on Earth all rose on riverbanks, and almost nowhere else. The obvious answer is drinking water, but humans had drunk from springs and lakes for thousands of years without ever building a city. What a river really delivers is dirt, because every flood lays down a fresh sheet of silt that fertilizes the fields for free. That free fertilizer created something genuinely new, a surplus, far more grain than the people who grew it could ever eat. Surplus feeds people who don't farm, and those people become potters, priests, soldiers, and scribes, which is another word for a city. But grain is heavy, and that is the river's second job, because water moved cargo at a fraction of the cost of land. Roman price lists suggest hauling goods by road cost about 5 times more than by river, and 50 times more than by sea. So the river was a highway, and today a ruin in the Iraqi desert, was once a seaport trading with the Indus. A river also makes a country countable, because Egyptian officials measured each flood in stone wells and set the year's taxes by its height. Water control demanded dikes, calendars, and records, which is how rivers quietly manufactured mathematics, writing, and the world's first bureaucracies. Here is the twist. Because the Yellow River burst its banks 1,600 times, and a flood in 1887 killed nearly 1 million, but rivers wander. And when water slipped away, the port died in sand, because the city was never the river. Because rivers, the Braper Reach, quick sack the 10th one around, living waters that was shelf. Because the city was never beside the river. It was the river.
What impressed me most wasn't that AI generated images or the scenes in the video. Lots of tools can already do that. What impressed me was how connected the entire workflow felt. Instead of opening 5 different websites and manually moving files between them, I stayed inside one production pipeline from beginning to end. Now that everything is connected, it's time to put the workflow to another different test. One of the nice things about using this skill is that I don't need to spend time writing a huge production brief. The workflow is already built into it. All I need to do is give it a topic. For this example, I'm choosing something that almost everyone has experienced but probably never stopped to think about: how airports handle thousands of bags every hour. It's one of those everyday systems that looks simple from the outside, but behind the scenes, there's an incredible amount of automation, logistics, and coordination happening every single minute. That makes it the perfect topic for a Vox-Style explainer. So let's see what the skill can do with it. At this point, I'm not going to tell Claude how to structure the story or what visuals to generate. That's already built into the skill. I simply load the skill, type in my topic, how airports handle thousands of bags every hour, and let it do the rest. From here, Claude starts working through the production pipeline automatically. It researches the topic, builds the story, plans the scenes, and prepares everything needed before a single visual is generated. This is the part I was most curious about because it's doing much more than just answering a prompt. It's actually acting like a production team. Rather than jumping straight into writing, Claude first takes a step back and understands the topic. It identifies the key ideas, looks for the most interesting angle, then begins organizing the information into a story that people will actually enjoy watching. A few moments later, it presents a structured outline, not just a collection of facts, but a proper narrative. It starts with a relatable moment, introduces the mystery, breaks down the hidden system step by step, and ends with a perspective that completely changes how you think about airport baggage handling. I really like this approach because it's focused on storytelling instead of simply explaining facts. That's exactly what makes Vox-Style videos so engaging. Once the outline is approved, the skill immediately moves into the next stage. This is where it starts building the complete story. Instead of simply listing facts about airport baggage systems, it transforms them into a narrative that's actually enjoyable to watch. The introduction opens with a familiar situation. You're standing at baggage claim, watching dozens of suitcases circle the carousel, wondering why yours always seems to be the last one to appear. It's a moment almost every traveler has experienced. Then it introduces the bigger question. How do airports move thousands, and at some airports even tens of thousands, of bags every single hour, without everything turning into complete chaos? That's the hook. From there, the story naturally unfolds. Instead of overwhelming viewers with technical details, the skill breaks the process into easy-to-follow chapters. Each section answers one question before introducing the next, creating a natural sense of curiosity that keeps people watching. I really like this approach because good explainer videos don't just teach you something, they make you want to know what happens next. With the script finished, the workflow moves straight into voice generation. This happens automatically through Higgsfield Audio. I don't need to copy the script into another website or use a separate AI voice tool. Everything stays inside the same production workflow. The skill sends the narration directly to Higgsfield, where I can choose a voice that matches the documentary style I'm aiming for. A few moments later, the narration is ready.
Beneath the terminal you walk through sits a second airport, 90 kilometers of belt, moving 15,000 bags an hour. Your suitcase has to beat you to the plane, along a route you will never see, running directly beneath your feet. At check-in, it is given a 10-digit license plate, printed as a barcode. that scanners read as it flies past. Below deck, it rides its own tray. On carriers that reach 10 meters a second, thousands of bags an hour on a single line. At every junction, a scanner reads it and decides in milliseconds whether to push it aside or let it run straight on. On the way, it can be screened up to 5 times, X-rayed while still moving, before anyone lets it near an aircraft. Check in early, and it does not wait on a belt. It is filed into a robotic warehouse until 3 hours before departure. In Dubai, bags shoot between concourses at 7.5 meters a second, faster than the passenger train in the next tunnel. Then a person packs it into a container by hand, in a sequence that balances the aircraft and unloads in the right order. Denver tried to automate every step with 4,000 robot carts, opened 16 months late, and eventually switched the whole thing off. The weak point was never the machinery, because nearly 4 in 10 mishandled bags are lost between 2 flights, not 2 machines. Last year, 24 million bags went astray, and almost none were lost in the tunnels, only in the handoff between them.
The pacing feels natural, the pronunciation is clear, and most importantly, the voice matches the professional tone you'd expect from this type of explainer. For me, keeping everything inside one workflow is one of the biggest advantages. The less time I spend moving files between different tools, the more time I can spend actually creating. The icons look like they belong together. Even the typography recommendations follow the same design language. That's incredibly important because consistency is one of the defining characteristics of professional explainer videos. Instead of trying to match styles manually after generation, the workflow keeps everything visually connected from the very beginning. As each scene finishes generating, I take a few moments to review the results. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for clarity. Does this image communicate the idea quickly? Will viewers understand what's happening within a few seconds? Does it fit with the scenes before and after it? Most of the time, the answer is yes. If I ever want to make adjustments, I can simply continue the conversation and ask for revisions without rebuilding the project from scratch. That conversational workflow makes experimenting much easier than constantly starting over with new prompts. Remember the surprise I mentioned at the beginning? Here's what happened. Once my English version was finished, I asked Claude to create the same project in Spanish and French. A few minutes later, it generated a new version using the same visuals with a new voiceover.
Sous le terminal où vous marchez se cache un deuxième aéroport. 90 km de tapis. 15 000 bagages par heure. Votre valise doit arriver à l'avion avant vous.
Egipto, Mesopotamia, el Indo, el Río Amarillo. Las primeras ciudades del mundo nacieron todas a orillas de un río, y casi en ningún otro sitio. La respuesta obvia es el agua potable, pero los humanos llevaban miles de años bebiendo de manantiales y lagos sin construir jamás una ciudad.
Then I repeated it for another language. The visual style stayed exactly the same. Only the narration changed. If you create content for an international audience, that's a feature that could save an incredible amount of time while helping you reach viewers in completely different markets. And that's the entire workflow. From choosing a topic to generating the script, voiceover, and visual assets, everything happened through one conversation using Claude Code connected to Higgsfield AI. What impressed me most wasn't just the quality of the output, but how much simpler the entire production process became. For anyone creating Vox-Style explainers, educational videos, marketing content, or faceless YouTube videos, that's a huge advantage. If you'd like to try this workflow yourself, you can try Higgsfield for free using the link at the top of my description. I've also included the resources I used so you can follow along and build your own project. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more AI tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.